Hey, Coach Shamti here today. Welcome to week 11 of the online kettlebell club, where the goal is to keep you strong, functional, and healthy, right? So you can do the things you want with your body and in your life. This is going to be a great session today. It's about 30 to 35 minutes. Make sure you have some water nearby. Make sure to listen to my cues. Take breaks when you need it. If you need extra time, that's all cool. Try to have some fun with it. Do your absolute best. And here we go. We're starting with phase one of our warm-up, joint mobility, in 3, 2, 1, right now.
Standing nice and tall, starting with your head and neck, look side to side. Making sure to deep breathe, totally relaxing, taking all the joints in the body through some gentle range of motion. And now chin to chest, and look straight up. Take this opportunity to get in tune with your body and send some awareness to each segment as we work our way down. Ears to shoulders. Stretch out the sides of the neck. Working our way down, shoulder circles. Focus on the collarbone and the scapula, your shoulder blades. Excellent work. Go ahead and switch directions. Continuing to breathe. Relaxing with these drills. Getting into a kickstand. The arm is straight. Draw big backward circles. Try to have that bicep brush up against your ear as best you can. Deep breathe while you do this. Go ahead and switch directions. Excellent work. Same thing for the other side. Arms straight, kickstand position as shown. Backward circles to start. Deep breathe, isolate the shoulder. And switch directions, coming forward. Nicely done. Loosening up, pivoting on your feet, big torso twist. The eyes follow the hands, opening up the chest, pivoting on the back foot, relaxing with this drill. Excellent. Get into a squat stance. Sink into the hips. Stand up tall. Sink into the hips. Slight little pause at the bottom. Stand up nice and tall. One more time. Sink into the hips. And stand tall. Now, for the slow burpee. Sink down, transition to the floor, hold your plank. Sink back into the hips and stand up tall. Same thing. Crawl out, sink back into the hips, stand up tall. One more time. And come on back up and stand tall. Good job. Hands on the hips. Big circles. Draw circles with the pelvis. Keep breathing, keep relaxing with this, nourishing the joints, waking up the nervous system. Switch directions. Excellent work. Narrow stance, reverse lunge. Use whatever range of motion your body has. Try to have a knee raise after every repetition when you stand up tall. So the same leg is moving for each rep. We lunge, then we drive. We lunge, and then we drive. Excellent. Go ahead and do the same thing for the other leg. Lunge, knee drive. Lunge, knee drive. Keep your core engaged. Keep your chest high. Drive that front foot right through the floor. Excellent work. Narrow stance, toe touch, reach for the ceiling. Do a few wrist circles when you're up there. Toe touch, reach for the ceiling, and a few wrist circles when you're up there. Couple more times. Good job. Stationary marching, chest high, driving the one knee up, reaching back with the opposite arm. Relax with this. Good job. Last but not least, nice wide stance. Hinge back for the adductor stretch. Elbow comes to the inside of the knee. Do the best you can. Don't move into any pain. Stretch out those inner thighs. Just a few more. Good work. Excellent job on the warm-up. Now that we've done our diligence, we're moving on to phase 2, our core activation. Go ahead and get flat on your back. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to practice pulsing the midsection. Pull the ribs down towards your pelvis. Stiffen the core. Hold it. Disengage. Take another deep breath in. Compress the midsection. Focus on these subtleties. Practice this. When you're ready, get into side plank, either from the knees or as shown. Drive that elbow hard into the ground, hips are high, stabilize, and we're going to thread the needle with your top arm. Reach underneath and up towards the sky. Keeping the core tight, driving your elbow into the ground, making sure to breathe. Excellent work. Go ahead and switch sides. Drive hard with the elbow down, thread the needle, hips stay up. You can also do this from your knees. Few more, looking good. Excellent work. Go ahead and get flat on your back. All 4 limbs are up in the air. Stiffen that midsection. We're going to hold the top of the dead bug. Breathe, but stay tight. Your focus is at the core. And relax. Take a few deep breaths, disengage. We have 1 more round to go. Set it up, same position, knees bent, feet flat. Compress the midsection as you breathe out. Stiffen the core. Relax. Inhale, exhale, compress. And disengage, relax. Big inhale. Exhale, stay tight, compress, and relax. Continue. Excellent work. Get into your side plank either from your knees or on your feet. Thread the needle. Go for it. Drive that elbow into the ground. Hips are high. Eyes follow the hands. Excellent work. Go ahead and switch sides. Drive the elbow in, thread the needle up. This is our final round. You're doing great. Excellent. Get flat on your back. Send your awareness to the midsection. Arms and legs up. The pelvis is just off the floor, and we are holding this position till the end. And relax. Well done. Now that we've done our diligence with our core work, hopefully you're feeling that in the midsection. It's time for phase 3, our coordination. Standing up nice and tall on your feet. Drive your one knee across the midline and resist it with the opposite palm. Alternate in this fashion until I tell you to switch. Knee goes through the palm, palm resists the knee. Stay tight. Make sure to breathe. Almost done, a few more. With whatever space you have available, try 5 paces forward, bear crawl, and then 5 backwards. Do that twice. If you don't have space for this, I want you to do slow mountain climbers instead. 5 forward, 5 backwards. We're doing it twice. And get back up on your feet. Take a narrow stance, hands behind your head, standing bicycle. Knee and elbow cross the midline, engaging the core. Almost done. Excellent work. One more set with whatever space you have available. 5 paces forward, 5 back. Just a little bit of crawling for good measure. Almost done here. Beautiful. Excellent work on the warm-up. Pay attention as I explain to you what drill 1 is all about. We're doing 2 sets of the following. Starting with our 2-hand swings, hinging back, hiking back the bell, driving up hard, locking out the knees, squeezing the glutes, and staying tight. We're doing 12 swings. Followed by 20 jumping jacks, keeping the heart rate up. Modify them if you need to. After this, we'll get on our butt, balance if we can, and practice touching the floor on both sides for our core development, 10 each side. Following this, get into the push-up position and hold the single leg mountain climber for 15 seconds each side. In 3, 2, 1, tighten up the midsection. Cramp the glutes. Hinge back. Grip that handle, 12 swings, go for it. Lock out the knees, stand tall, squeeze your glutes, rip the handle apart. Focus on perfection with these swings. Excellent. 20 jumping jacks, go for it. Great job. Get on your butt. Balance, stiffen the core. Twist and touch the floor, 10 each side. Nice work. Into the push-up position. Hips high. Drive the knee up. Make sure you're feeling this in the midsection. Stay tight, but breathe. Go ahead and switch legs. Drive that knee up. Stay tight. Nice work. Take a few deep breaths. Try to stay moving. Sip on some water if you need it. Pause the video if you need some extra time to recover. We're doing one more round like that. There won't be any coaching cues. Do this on your own. Here we go. Set it up. 3, 2, 1. Stiffen the core. Tighten up the glutes. And when you're ready, give me 12 swings. Into the jumping jacks for 20. Balancing on your butt, 10 floor touches each side. And finish strong with the single leg mountain climber. Hold. 15 seconds, both sides. Switch it up. Great job on finishing drill 1. Shake things out, sip on some water. Pay attention as I explain to you what drill 2 is all about. We're going to practice slow and mindful movement here, starting with our bent over row. Chest high, back flat, working the shoulders, the back, and the grip muscles. 5 slow reps like this. Then, into a modified version of the single leg deadlift. We've done these before. The back foot is just a kickstand resting on the tippy toes. The main effort is coming from that opposite leg, which is nice and flat on the ground and driving hard standing up tall. 5 reps of that. Once we're done, we're going to rack the kettlebell, get it overhead, and practice our get down. Opposite leg steps back. Flatten the back foot. Open up the hip. Look at the kettlebell, reach down to the ground. Once you're stable, we kick out the grounded leg, open up the arm, and melt into the floor. Very slowly, very controlled. Two. 3. 4. 5. The back foot resting on the tippy toes, chest high, back flat. Drive with the opposite leg. 1. Hinge back, bend the knees. 2. Drive with the opposite leg. Hinge back, bend the knee. Drive. Couple more. Hinge back, bend the knee. Drive. Last one. Hinge, bend, drive. Rack the kettlebell. Get it up overhead. Bicep is in line with the ear, narrow stance. Opposite leg lunges back. Slowly lower to the floor. Flatten the back foot. Open up the front hip. Keep an eye on the kettlebell. Reach down for the ground. Crush the handle. Kick out the bottom leg. Sit on your butt. With the hand that's on the ground, slide out to the side and melt into the floor. Put it down safe. Good job. Same thing for the other side. Starting with the bent over row. Chest high, back flat. Here we go. 1. 2. 3. Nice and controlled. 4. One more. 5. Put the bell down. The back foot is a kickstand, resting on the tippy toes. Drive with the opposite leg. 1. Hinge back, bend the knees. Drive with the leg. 2. Hinge back, bend the knees. Drive. 3. Hinge back, bend the knees. Drive. 1 more. Hinge, bend the knees. Drive. Rack the kettlebell.
Get it up overhead. Bicep close to the ear, tight grip on the handle. Opposite leg, lunges back. Slowly, lower. Flatten the back foot. Open up the front hip. Keep an eye on the kettlebell. Crush the handle. Reach for the floor. When you're stable, kick out the grounded leg. Sit on your butt and slide that hand out until you melt into the floor. Good job.
Go ahead and shake things out. Take a little bit of a break, a few deep breaths, starting with the original side. You're doing great. Here we go.
Two. Three. Four. Five. The back foot resting on the tippy toes, chest high, back flat. Drive with the opposite leg. One. Hinge back, bend the knees. Two, drive with the opposite leg. Hinge back, bend the knee. Drive. Couple more. Hinge back, bend the knee. Drive. Last one. Hinge, bend. Drive. Rack the kettlebell. Get it up overhead. Bicep is in line with the ear, narrow stance. Opposite leg lunges back. Slowly lower to the floor. Flatten the back foot. Open up the front hip. Keep an eye on the kettlebell. Reach down for the ground. Crush the handle. Kick out the bottom leg. Sit on your butt. With the hand that's on the ground, slide it out to the side and melt into the floor. Put it down safe. Good job. Same thing for the other side. Starting with the bent over row. Chest high, back flat. Here we go. One. Two. Three. Nice and control. Four. One more. Five. Put the bell down. The back foot is a kickstand, resting on the tippy toes. Drive with the opposite leg. One. Hinge back. Bend the knees. Drive with the leg. Two. Hinge back. Bend the knees. Drive. Three. Hinge back. Bend the knees. Drive. One more. Hinge. Bend the knees. Drive. Rack the kettlebell. Get it up overhead. Bicep close to the ear. Tight grip on the handle. Opposite leg lunges back. Slowly. Lower. Flatten the back foot. Open up the front hip. Keep an eye on the kettlebell. Crush the handle. Reach for the floor. When you're stable, kick out the grounded leg, sit on your butt, and slide that hand out until you melt into the floor. Good job. Great job on finishing drill 2. Let me know how that went. Pay attention as I explain to you what the finisher is all about. Time to push it. These can be one-arm swings or snatches. Hinge back, tight grip on the kettlebell, hike it back, pull and punch, landing in that overhead position. Your legs drive, your arms guide. Standing plank as always. You may want to lower the weight to the rack if you're not fully comfortable with the snatches. Again, these can be one-arm swings instead. On my cue, we're going to hold at the top, narrow stance, and march, focusing on the core, driving those knees up. On my cue, we'll lower to the rack and continue marching. On my cue, we will lower to the suitcase and continue to march. We must do the other side as well. 1 set. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Last one, hold. Bicep in line with the ear, narrow stance. March. Core tight. Keep going. Stop. Lower to the rack. Support with your free hand if you have to. March. Stop. Lower the suitcase. Continue to march. And stop. Weight down. Shake things out. Set up the other side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last one. Hold. Bicep in line with the ear. Narrow stance. March. Almost done. Stop. Lower to the rack. Support with your free hand if you have to. March. And stop. Lower to the suitcase. March. Almost done. And Well done. Great job on finishing week 11 of the online kettlebell club. Give yourself a pat on the back. These are not easy exercises, and nothing feels better and builds confidence than earned progress, okay? Your training isn't done until you've notified me in the group. Stay accountable to me, to the group, and to yourselves, all right? Questions, concerns, fire away at me. We will see you in week 12. You're doing great. I'd love to hear how these workouts are going, okay? All the best. Talk to you soon.